I design the complete quality systems. With that will ensure, including the validation of all the processes. And I would like to draw attention of the people that nothing is impossible and everything is possible. And being a professional, I would like to share my knowledge and expertise to excel things in the working environment.
Welcome to FaceTime with Leaders, the podcast where we dive into inspiring journeys and uncover the insights that shape industries. I'm Sunny Bancholi, your host for today's episode, and I could not be more thrilled about the conversation we are about to have. We are joined by a distinguished leader whose expertise spans decades of remarkable contributions, innovative practices, and transformative leadership. Today, we will explore the lessons, challenges, and stories that have defined his incredible journey while uncovering valuable takeaways for professionals across industries. Whether you are a seasoned leader or someone looking to make your mark, this episode promises to leave you with a fresh perspective and actionable insights. So grab your seat, tune in, and let's get started with another inspiring episode of FaceTime with Leaders.
Hi, I'm Jaikumar Krishnarao. Pleased to be part of this interview. Yeah, we can go ahead.
Great to have you on our show, sir. Mr. Krishnarao, over the course of your incredible career, you have contributed to projects and innovations that have set benchmarks in the industry. But before we dive into the highlights, I would love to start on a lighter note. Uh, if you were to tell the story of how it all began, what moment or experience would you say lit the spark for this journey? Let's hear it from the beginning in your own words.
Yeah, sure. It's really an exciting one. During the early stages of my career, I always used to observe things around what is happening around the environment, and I always ask some questions like what, how, and why not. Because I always end up with always I wanted to see the answers, the solution for any problem what is happening around. And in many of the cases, we will be put to a reactive situation. So I observe things around me, and I wanted to ask these questions: what, how, and why not. So this has triggered me to learn by experience, and I started learning, and I pushed myself to give the best out of to give the solutions for the current scenarios. So on this note, I always learned by leading by example. I learned by some uh, the happenings around, and I always do some homework to find a solution for those issues. What is happening around? So this has excelled me to scale up to a level that I was practicing as a problem solver in the environment. So this has scaled me to a better, to reach better heights as a problem solver and move forward. And that has given me a higher level of confidence in dealing with the situations. So learning by example and applying the lessons learned theory has given me a great strength in my career to scale up my career.
Thanks for the excellent start to this podcast, Mr. Krishna Rao. Your work on iconic projects like the Omantel headquarters and Hiranandani Palace Gardens has left an indelible mark in the industry. So, Mr. Krishna Rao, these projects are not just milestones, but reflections of your dedication to excellence. So, looking back, is there one project that stands out as the most defining moment of your career? One that truly challenged you, shaped your perspective, and left a lasting impact on how you approach your work?
Yeah, absolutely. I would definitely say that Hiranandani Palace Gardens is the one of my best in my career because the reason behind that is I had um, achieved set a benchmark in that project, a benchmark standard for quality and how mega size massive projects could be handled. But the most important issue, how I could able to achieve this great heights, is my superiors, my leaders. My leaders, I learned from my leaders. The very significant note that I learned from my leaders is delegation of the authority. and they kept confidence on me, irrespective of my considering my experience on the background, though it is not a high level of experience, but the level of confidence they kept on me has pushed me to a greater amount. I mean, to sense the responsibility that I supposed to handle. Okay, the responsibility that I felt that responsibility, and the delegation of authority has given me greater strength and pushed forward to to explore innovative things in the project. I could say the leadership skills what I've learned from my leaders is one of the things is free from micromanagement, okay, and then motivation, and then even appreciating for even a non-significant achievements. All these things have pushed me to has given me a massive energy level to explore and innovate significant things in the project. So this has driven me to a new scale of opportunities that I established the complete construction quality systems in the project, and it has and successful implementation, and also we monitored the results, and we had exercised a good amount of continual improvement practices in the project. Uh, I can say the level of confidence that I kept in this project is I wanted to achieve at least a 94% confidence level from customers' perspective. So the Hiranandi Palace Gardens is a kind of project which is a significant or landmark in Chennai. The customer focus is my prime objective. Keeping customer in front of me, I designed the complete quality systems. With that will ensure, including the validation of all the processes, validation of the systems, everything. So we kept our documents. I mean documents, statistical analysis, and all those things as evidence for what all the achievements that we have did, right, that we have uh, crossed in this project. So I would proudly say that Hiranani Palace Gardens is my one of the best in my career, where I could able to achieve greater things and explore many innovations, including the concrete, adding of SCM in the concrete and all those things. So I would say that Hiranadi Palace Gardens is one of my best, and the reason behind that is my leaders. I will always proud to say my leaders, my superiors, Mr. Shashank Vaidya and Mr. V. Suresh and Mr. Rastam Dadabai. All these three personalities were, I would never like, I have never forget these people in my life.
Mr. Krishnarao, it's clear how that project not only tested your abilities, but also helped you grow as a leader.
Yeah.
So moving ahead, throughout your career, you have introduced incredible innovations like 5S practices and live finishes traceability systems with QR codes, tools that have undoubtedly raised the bar in the industry. What keeps you motivated to think differently and consistently drive change?
Yeah, as I told you now, just before, I always ask these questions: what, how, and why not. So it always triggers me what is happening around me and what I could do better for this environment, the working environment. So all the working environment are the same, but I would like to bring some new challenges, new facelift for the working environment. So I would like to be a positive impact in the environment, and I would like to draw attention of the people that nothing is impossible and everything is possible. So this has triggered me to innovate such things and put myself in the front foot, and I always working to drive for a change. So this is an intrinsic value of myself that I always wanted to take up the challenges and prove the environment that nothing is impossible. So these are the values that I can say that has given me a lot of energy, enthusiasm, even if it is a difficult task. I would proud to say that I will definitely try for that, and I will prove to the team and the environment that nothing is impossible. So this has led me to achieve these. innovations. But however, the prime focus of a quality profession in any working organization is always to find new opportunities. Okay, new opportunities, and see how the risks are mitigated. So understanding the risks, okay, understanding the objectives of the project. I always, as a quality professional, would try to mitigate the risk in terms of innovative practices, okay, leading by example, and make the environment comfortable to feel free and move forward with the challenges that we are going to face in the project. So I will always remain as a positive impact in the project that will gain more confidence for all the team. I always love it and I always like it. I always like to take up the challenges, and that has scaled me a higher level of confidence to achieve greater things in my career.
Absolutely, Mr. Krishna Rao. It's incredible how your passion for innovation not only transforms processes, but also sets new benchmarks for the industry.
Yes.
So, Mr. Krishna Rao, being recognized with awards like the Safety Award for achieving 10 million safe man hours is a tremendous milestone. It's a reflection of both your leadership and your unwavering commitment to quality and safety. So, achievements like this don't happen by chance, of course. So, how do moments like these reinforce your drive to uphold such high standards? And what do they mean to you personally as a leader?
Okay, I would say that personally, as a leader, I always keep customer in front of me because projects like Omantel and all, it's a massive project. It is by the government of Oman. So we wanted to excel ourselves in terms of complying to the customer requirements, enhancing the customer requirements, exceeding the expectations of the customer is one of the prime objectives of the management systems. And me as a quality professional, I would always put my best efforts to achieve this. So on this note, when we set a benchmark in the project that we are going to achieve so much of safe man-hours or whatever it may be, as desired by the client, it is not only a desire, but there is a lot of significant responsibilities and accountabilities uh, behind this task. So, as a quality professional, I would always like to support my team in terms of achieving the task by setting up of the systems, okay, a consistent amount of training for the people in health and safety, and also analyzing and assessing the risks and mitigating the risks, okay, educating the people, and exploring new opportunities and new opportunities and new methodologies in health and safety systems, and also driving efforts for a cultural change, because the culture determines our achievement. Whatever we wanted to achieve, it is not one person, it's always a teamwork. So we need to ensure that the cultural change is most important in a working environment. Only then we could able to achieve greater challenges. So bringing up the cultural change, motivating the people, appreciating the people, consistent level of training, talking to the people, care for the people, care and the environment. So we are trying to throw up some light on the significance of health and safety in a project, and that definitely would reach the people, and we would like to say that I would like to say that it should be an intrinsic value and not something cannot someone cannot able to force somebody to do it. It should be an intrinsic value. So this level, I had contributed my experience, and I shared my knowledge with my team in terms of providing training, in terms of assessing risks, and supporting them to mitigation of the risk and all those things, and also a consistent amount of what I can say participation with the workers, okay, with the team, with the say health and safety committee, and bringing them into the common what I can say common forum to discuss health and safety issues. All those things has helped me. We can say help, not help me. We can say help us to reach this 10 million safe man-hours. So I can proudly say, whenever we say something has been achieved, I always say that's a customer that's a customer driven effort. Customer is in front of me. And also when we are trying to achieve some great things, it is also adding value to our working organization. My construction, my company, okay, has realized that's a credential for our we are adding a credential, one more further to our company. So that's two things are the greater values. I say the customer and the working organization. And being a professional, I would like to share my knowledge and expertise to excel things in the working environment. That is all about it.
So, Krishnarao, hearing about the impact of that milestone really emphasizes how leadership and collaboration make all the difference.
Yeah.
In today's fast paced and competitive world, Mr. Krishnarao, quality management isn't just a process, it's the backbone of organizational success. So, based on your extensive experience, if you were to distill it down, what would you say are the top three principles that every organization should embrace to not just maintain quality, but truly excel?
I would say that in my experience, I would say the number one quality should be the leadership commitment, because the leader is the driving force. He is the man. He is the one who can able to guide the entire organization in terms of adding value. So the leadership commitment is very much required for to excel in a greater way. Second thing is, I would say, governance. The third one is agile assurance, and the fourth one is evaluation and improvement. So as long as we say there is a strong leadership commitment, we find ways in setting up of our objectives, okay, ensuring the responsibilities and authorities of the people, okay, understanding the policies and object goals and objectives of the organization, okay, consistent amount of what I can say training and assessing the competency of the people, and all those things definitely will add value for sustainable practices. Similarly, when it comes to governance, understanding the risks and opportunities, understanding the risks and opportunities and the context of the organization, and an adequate amount of strategic planning, what it needs for the organization, understanding risks, and understanding the interest of the stakeholders. So all these things will help us to frame a strategy, and then an appropriate action plans with budgets, programs, methodologies, and assigning roles and responsibilities, time frame for the program, and then a process for evaluation and control. All these things will definitely put an organization in place in the right way, that they can able to confidently say that I could able to achieve greater challenges, and being a sustained organization in the market. Number two. Number three, agile assurance. Agile assurance, I would say that as a quality professional, there should be a what I can say, there should be emphasis on the methodologies. Okay, what is good, what is the current practices, what is targeted, what is the risk associated, what is the risk estimate. Accordingly, we need to design the methodologies, okay, with roles and responsibilities. And then finally, it comes to evaluation and control, gauging our performance, taking appropriate feedback at each stage of the processes, okay, and taking appropriate decisions or actions with respect to the results achieved, and sharing the success stories, and taking back this into our lessons learned mechanism in the organization. All these things will definitely help the organization to scale up better in terms of achieving the overall objectives of the organization. So these four things, what I said is very significant as according to my knowledge. And being a quality profession, although we make our efforts, okay, to bring up all these things, governance, agile assurance, and evaluation control, unless the leadership commitment is there, I would say we will not achieve a greater benefits. So I would say that is the reason I'm saying number one is the leadership commitment. So with this four qualities, definitely every working organization can excel and reach their targets universally. And we as a quality professionals, definitely we could able to add more value to the organizations in terms of I can say a learning organization, like an incremental, we can add incremental values, incremental improvements. So that's how we can realistically we can achieve things according to my
Those
knowledge.
are really great principles, Mr. Krishnarao. And it's
Yeah,
clear that focusing on continuous improvement and empowering the team really sets an organization up for sustained success.
yeah.
All right. So moving ahead, Mr. Krishnarao, as someone with extensive experience in quality management and leadership, what are your future aspirations? That is part A of the question. And how do you envision the next phase of your career and your role in shaping the future of your organizations?
It's a very interesting question. See, as a quality professional throughout my journey, as I already told you, that I always ask these three questions: what, how, and why not. Okay, when in the land of success, we are facing failures. So, why are failures? Why do failures occur? Are we not competent enough to take up the challenges, or are we whether the resources are not competent enough to perform the job? Are we lacking training, or are we lacking in governance, or are we lacking in leadership engagement, or are we lacking in robust planning? So, if the answers for all these questions is all right and good enough, then my question is, why do projects fail? In my experience, I'm seeing that hardly 25 to 30% of the projects do achieve their milestones, and the remaining 70% of the projects fail in terms of financial losses, in terms of losing the reputation with the customer, in terms of not completing the projects on time, and in terms of what I can say, the reputation, loss of reputation of the organization in the industry. So I definitely say that no one would like to take a setback in any projects or contracts, but it does happens. So what is the real cause behind this? It's a $1 billion wonder in the industry. Everyone wants to succeed, but somehow some projects fails. So on that failure, I'm not very much sure whether the organization is taking and working seriously on the failures as a learning organization. Why, how did it happen, and what the best I could do from this learning experience? This I am not very much sure the organization are emphasizing this culture within it. How do I learn from my failure? This is one aspect. The second aspect is when an organization enter into a venture, right? This the amount of expertise, the competency, the intellectuals, all these things should come together and work as a team for a successful project. Okay, the number one aspect we can see that assigning the roles and responsibilities, keeping the right people, right person in the right place. Okay, not just because of filling some resources and adding that will definitely will not add value to the projects as according to me. So we need to find out the right person in the right place. That will definitely help the project to excel in the right direction. What happens naturally? What happens is filling up of the resources according to the requirements or according to the current scenario is not resolving the issues. Okay, and if you see the amount of failures what the organization face is a massive, and I'm not very much sure how this is absorbed and digested. So my research and efforts will continue to unwind this treasure of success, and I would love to uh, prove that we can succeed in all the projects, whatever the assignments the companies, organizations, we can able to succeed. But what is the hidden treasure? Why we are not exploring that one? So my research and efforts will definitely continue to explore this, and I will definitely would be imparting myself in this research, and I would be associated with the organizations to make this as a what I can say a realistic it should be a realistic thing. Nothing is impossible. It should be a realistic thing. So I would definitely import myself to make this. The hidden treasure, and I will unwind this, and I would like to throw new light. Okay, that is my vision. Number one. Number two is other than other than the professional goals and vision, I am always thrilled to explore some new opportunities for the real life. What I say, the real life environment. Like we can say, what is happening around us in the society? What is the impact in the society? And what the world is facing currently? What are the challenges the world is facing currently? So on this note, my thoughts is traveling. So I'm thrilled to work in a um, software integrated industry, and especially in the field of robotics. Okay, that I believe that somehow I can able to contribute to the society in a with a technologically friendly a tool or a thing that would support the society. So I believe that would help as a quality professional. I would like to help the society in doing some research on that. So that's my aim, and I'm positive and optimistic. Let's see.
Mr. Krishnarao, it's inspiring to hear your vision, and it's clear that you're focused on innovation and leadership for the future. All right. So moving ahead, as businesses increasingly focus on sustainability and social responsibility, how do you believe the integration of environmental, social, and governance, that is ESG, factors can drive not only positive change but also long-term value for organizations?
Yes. See, now ESG is a global demand. Okay, and none of the organizations can ignore ESG. So integrating ESG is going to add more value to the organization in terms of adapting to the change, finding a solutions, exploring opportunities in reducing the negative impact on the environment and society, and also adding value to the corporate governance. So integrating ESG is definitely going to add value for our organization. And me as a quality profession, I would always like to lead by example in terms of assessing the impacts and mitigation of the environmental risks. So I would be part of that committee, and I would always love to explore new opportunities and protecting the interest of the organization. So if you exactly gauge it, if I have a if an organization is committed to ESG, and definitely that comes from the context of the organization, and they need to assess the risk. I mean to say this SWOT analysis, and what will be the risks associated with the ESG if the organization is not taking it into seriously. So considering ESG as an opportunity in the context of the organization, me as a quality professional, I would love to frame a strategy. I would love to be part of the strategic planning. I would like to be part of the establishing of methodologies and all those things, programs, and all the set of procedures for evaluation control. And I would apply my knowledge in consistent evaluation, learning from and actions required areas, and also learning from the success stories, and taking that into the organization culture. So this ESG factor, it's a subject of primary importance for all the organizations. So in my view, that I even if I believe if I can work for the next 10 to 15 years, I would definitely dedicate my whole time in ESG in working organizations. So I would definitely add value to the organization, and with my expertise and knowledge, and adding value to the Directors Institute, whatever I learned from Directors Institute, that also will help me, support me in excelling this.
Great to hear that, Mr. Krishnarao. So that brings us to the last question of the podcast, and here it is. How has your experience been with Directors Institute so far? And what has stood out to you in terms of the value it brings to your leadership journey?
Yeah, truly. See, at the age of 54, if one wanted to do a course, Okay, and definitely that is what I can say. That has inspired. That's an inspiration. Like when I attended the Directors Institute webinar on the Independent Directors Program and all those things by Mr. Zishan, I noted a few points that what is all about the requirement and what I can say the all about the independent directors program, the need for the independent directors globally, and what are the technical values, technical I mean knowledge that is required to to be a to work as an independent director in terms of like for example ESG and digital director and all those things. So that was sounding good for me, and I thought that why we should not take up this course at the age of 54, being a different coming from a different domain, and this is entirely a different knowledge and experience for me. But still, when I was really inspired by that webinar, and then I decided to take up this course. But when after going through this, I completed independent directors certification and ESG and digital director. Having acquired this knowledge at the moment, I would probably say that this has given me a greater insight into the new opportunities globally and what is all about these directors. I mean, the value of the independent directors. So, at knowledge level, definitely I gained a greater insight on this and how I'm going to apply this in my real life with the working organization, especially in terms of ESG. Definitely, as I told you, I would love to be part of the ESG committee, risk management committee, applying all my knowledge to understand the risk and mitigation of the risk and enhance the value of the working organization. So definitely, I would say that's a very an excellent experience with Directors Institute, and luckily I'm part of DI. And thank you so much for DI for all the support and the assistance throughout my journey.
Mr. Krishnarao, it's great to hear how the Directors Institute has helped refine your leadership skills.
Yeah.
So, as we wrap up today's conversation, I would like to thank Mr. Krishnarao for sharing such valuable insights with us. It's clear that his dedication to excellence, innovation, and leadership continues to shape the future of his organization. For all of you listening, take this inspiration and apply it to your own journey. Remember, the path to success is paved with continuous growth, learning, and the courage to embrace new challenges. So stay focused,
Absolutely.
stay driven, and keep pushing the boundaries of what
Absolutely.
you can achieve. Until next time, keep leading with purpose and passion. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Director Sijus, for this wonderful opportunity for this interaction, and much more to come. Thank you so much.
Thank you.